Well, hello there, Sagittarius. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your mid-January tarot reading. So this is good from now until about mid-February. We'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. So let's take a look here and see what you have for your animal spirit, chameleon spirit. Act as if. I always like that energy. You know, it's kind of like, okay, something may not have yet happened for you, something that you are wanting to have happen, but it's kind of like, well, just act as if it already has so that you can manifest it more quickly, bring it in. So let's see what your soul traveler's card is. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Yeah, it's kind of like, well, just go ahead and act as if you've already crossed the bridge. The bridge represents, you know, those transitions that we have in life from one ending to the next beginning. You know, we don't end a relationship and then the next day start a new one. We usually don't. We have this time where we're in that transition period, you know, mending, healing our hearts, you know. And then it's this energy, okay, to help you cross the bridge, just already step into the energy, acting as if you have already done the healing, will help sometimes in that transition period. Of course, you do want to do the healing, right? But by kind of looking forward, right, instead of concentrating on the past, what will happen is your vibration will be higher and you will step into the new much more quickly. All right, well, let's go to the tarot. Let's get some more information for you. So we're going to take a look at your present energy. Then we'll take a look at any areas of resistance or obstacles on your path. And then finally, advice from Spirit about how you can move around those obstacles more quickly. So let's see what we have. Yeah, you have go the distance on the bottom. You know, the energy of, you know, really kind of like wanting to move forward, you know, finding victory, crossing a finish line at some point in your life. You know, it could be for some of you, you're just kind of ready to be out of the transition period, right? It's kind of like, okay, I am ready for some new cycle to start, you know, and it can be that energy of just feeling stuck, like the new hasn't come in, and yet at the same time, you know, you've lost something from the past. Okay, good news is on the way. Here you are, you're kind of even coming into your own reading with the Queen of Wands, being really confident, looking really good. You know, this is, even if you don't feel it, you're going to act it, you know, because by acting really confident, acting, you know, putting time and energy into your self-care routines is going to help you to kind of manifest into this energy. We also have the single lady card. It's not necessarily about a gender, but it is about, you know, being open and free, kind of like, you know, getting out there, being with your friends, working on your career, having enough money that you can do some of those things that you would like to do. And having the time to do it. Really, both of these are just lovely energies of getting out there. Yeah. And then you have the Eight of Wands, you know, taking action, you know, saying, okay, I'm ready to move forward. We also have trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. Yeah. So you've been through something difficult, and yet at the same time, you know, it is about having a little bit of that temperance energy, right? Your energy of taking your time, understanding that the process of healing does not happen overnight, allowing yourself some leeway there, right? Being compassionate and gentle with yourself, but also a little bit of this energy of, all right, I'm just going to put a smiley face on. I'm going to get myself all, you know, dressed up or whatever. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to act as if I am already in that energy of healing or being healed. So let's take a look at your present energy. You have the Queen of Swords, community, And then take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. Yeah, once again, act as if you've already healed. Act as if you're already in your next relationship. Act as if, things are hunky-dory, even if they just quite are not there yet, right? It's not about denying yourself the time to heal or denying yourself the energy of being in your emotions, right? But it's also this energy of, I'm not going to wallow. I am, because sometimes when we allow ourselves to wallow too long, there's nothing wrong with wallowing if that's how you feel. But if we allow ourselves to kind of extend that wallowing or to move into that pity party type of energy, that victim mentality, it's because our ego is, we're in our heads, and the best thing to do to get out of your head is to move your body. So it's about, go ahead, put on your dancing shoes and know that you are moving forward. Put the past in the past, and it's time to get back on the horse again. That's the energy here. It's time to get back on the horse again. You don't want to rush into a new relationship or if this has to do with career or something like that. You don't want to rush, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like giving yourself a gentle nudge and saying, okay, yeah, it's time to go. Yeah, because, okay, so what we have here is, we have the 10 of Wands on the bottom. You're at the 10. It's done. It's time to now release this energy, right? And knowing that, if somebody did you wrong in the past, you put a lot of time and energy into something, could have been a long-term committed relationship with the justice, legal documents, legal matters, could have been contracted work or something like that. There's this energy, you put a lot of time and energy into it, but somebody walked away in the middle of the night. That will be taken care of by the universe, that you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's time for you to go ahead and just allow yourself to move forward, knowing that, karma, because this is about karma, right? Karma will take care of that situation. You do not have to worry about that. It's almost like allowing yourself to give yourself permission to say, I do not have to make sure that justice is brought into this situation, right? That the universe will take care of it. Now, the message I'm getting though is that if there is something, okay, that somebody, especially if they harmed you in some way, and you feel like you need to go fight for your justice in that situation, then definitely, you need to follow your intuition, know what is right for you. But for some of us, it's kind of like, wanting to a little bit of getting revenge on a past love or something like that. It's kind of like, let that be. Take care of you and move forward, because the area of resistance is, finding peace with what has happened. The first part about finding peace is accepting things, accepting the situation, accepting what your part in the situation, right? Even if somebody, may have betrayed you or something like that. It's kind of like, okay, well, I allowed myself, right, to, say this is a coworker, right? Said something about you at work to the boss or something like that, and you didn't get a promotion or something like that. Just, understanding, okay, that the universe is taking care of this situation. The justice will be served at some point, right? It's about taking the high road. When we move into that energy of seeking revenge, right, then we're not taking the high road. It's a good reminder to take the high road, that you will find more peace when you accept the situation for what has happened, right? And you may want to, speak up for yourself, right? There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Even with the Page of Swords, it's speaking up for yourself. But then it's also the energy of, okay, I've had my day in court. I've had my peace, with a certain situation. I'm accepting it and I'm moving on, because then it's time to play. Yeah. So, you could have been kind of like bogged down by this energy for some time. You could have been perhaps going through a divorce, a long drawn out divorce, or perhaps the ending of a business, or, maybe you even had to sell a home or something and you didn't, come out of it as financially secure as you wanted to. There's this energy. It's kind of like, okay, the worst is over. It's kind of a time to get back into your groove. It's time to enjoy life again. Yeah, 10 of Wands coming out again. Yeah, because this situation is only just holding you more, and in this energy of self-doubt, you could be kind of like hibernating from other people, kind of, sequestering yourself, trying to do some mending. But the suggestion here is that it's time to get back out there. It's time to, because Sag, you love being around people, right? So it's about, okay, I'm ready to step back out there. I may be faking it until I make it, but I'm going to do that, because your advice here is, you are mending. Get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take your power back. Yeah, I think you've allowed this situation to steal your power. It's about stepping back into your Queen of Wands energy, getting your power back, feeling really confident, doing what you may need to do in order to feel that way. For some people, it's, the shoes that they're wearing, or getting your hair done, or having a spa day, or buying a new outfit, or whatever this is. It's kind of like, okay, go do that, right? You know yourself well enough. What gets you back into the groove of wanting to get out there, of wanting, even if you don't want to date, it's just this energy of, I'm going to get out there and I'm just going to put a smile on my face and I'm shining my light brightly, knowing that even if you're faking it a little bit, your energy will rise, your vibration will be higher, and then better things will come to you. You're going to be celebrating very soon with the Three of Cups. I love that energy, right? It's almost like just pretend that you're celebrating, because then the celebration will occur. If we're trying to, if we're thinking, if we're thinking about the bad of what didn't go our way, we're only going to attract more of that. Our thoughts create our reality. So yeah, it's going to work out. There is this energy of, Five of Swords, your regrets, kind of looking back. Somebody may have taken advantage of you. Somebody could have been kind of did something without kind of consulting you, whatever that could be. They made a decision and, didn't consult you, didn't take your feelings into account. And now what you're trying to do is, get back out into working with others. And it could be a family situation. You could have had some kind of, fallout with a family member or a good friend. And, you've just been kind of like hiding away, a little bit of hiding away. And it's kind of like, okay, perhaps it's time to reach out, depending on the situation, I know, but there is this energy of this can be healed. People can come back together. There is a sense that people, even if it's, even if you went through a divorce or something like that, it's about getting back in touch with the people that maybe you've missed, you've lost connection with, good friends or something like that. People that you can go out and play with, because that is what the energy here is. It's time to play. All right, well, Sag, let's go ahead and pull a soul truth card for you. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. So what can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Now, the message I was getting is that I feel like for some of you, you feel like justice was not served in the past. You know, you could have had a divorce, you didn't get the settlement you wanted, right? Or, you know, whatever has occurred here. I feel like you've been betrayed in some way, but you also didn't get your justice. That has created the pain here. So, out of your pain, what purpose can you bring out of this? You know, it's not about going back and retaliating against somebody, but, you know, maybe if you feel like in your state, the divorce laws didn't go in your favor, right? Maybe it's about starting some kind of campaign of some sort to get the laws changed, right? Or in your workplace, you know, maybe you were wanting a longer maternity leave or something like that. But your employer only allows so much. Maybe you're starting a campaign to see, you know, how parents can get longer maternity or paternity leave. It's kind of like you do not, in other words, instead of going back and retaliating against the person or the exact situation or the company, right? Or something like that. I mean, there could be some legal thing that you go through, right? But then once you come out of that, instead of having anguish, regrets, you know, kind of holding a grudge against that person or something, it's kind of like, no, wait a minute. I went through this difficult situation so that I can become a leader and make change in the world. How can I create change out of this difficult situation that I went through? That maybe the court system or something did not support people in my position. You know, it could be a malpractice, you know, situation or something like that. And you're kind of like, wait a minute, you know, something needs to be changed here. But see, you're not going back after somebody in the past. You're not going back after that same person. What you're doing is trying to make change for all. We're coming into Aquarius season on the 21st, right? Aquarius energy is about trying to help the collective. What you have gone through, what you're recognizing is, okay, I want to help the collective. I don't want other people to have to go through what I went through. Really powerful energy here, you know, understanding that, you know, your healing on this journey, part of your healing is trying to, you know, help other people that may go through the same thing. I mean, you could start a YouTube channel, you could write a blog. It's not that you have to start some big campaign or, you know, I mean, it just depends on the situation. But it's kind of like, how can I bring more have more balance and justice to the collective after what I have gone through and what I have learned? Really powerful. You know, Sag, I really do encourage you, if you're resonating with this, how can you take something that was difficult for you? How can you help others? You know, what wisdom did you gain? What clarity, you know, what insight? What have you gained out of the situation that you can now share with others? All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.